All right, so here we are with building a pond. And essentially, I've mentioned a few times that sometimes we need a place to fish for new thoughts, new words, and behaviors. And so we love to build ponds in classrooms and in clinics worldwide. So, what is the pond? Essentially, the pond is a place where children go to find new thoughts, new words, new behaviors when they need a better, more pro-social choice. So many times a child doesn't have alternative words or behavior to make a better choice in a specific situation. And that's why this sentence that we have been falling on, that I think is more in the discipline trap, um, what's your choice? Can you make a better choice? That's become kind of punitive, like you're not making a very good choice. And when I'm seeing that happen, I'm usually thinking, well, if the child had new other thoughts or words or behaviors, they'd be making a different choice. So what we want to do is provide them a pond in which to find those new thoughts, words, behaviors, and actions so that they can, when their choice isn't so great, go to the pond in order to fish for new behaviors. So this is how you do it in your classroom or your clinic. You get a poster board, or you could use a whiteboard. I was in a classroom recently and we built a pond, and they had like four different marker boards in the classroom. So we just chose one of the marker boards and made it the pond. So you gather the children together, and you start to notice, you look around the classroom and you start to notice pro-social behaviors, little tiny things like, oh, Jonathan, I love that you're looking me in the eye right now as I'm talking. Oh, Sarah, I really enjoy that um, you helped Roberta find her book this morning. Oh, Jason, I noticed that Samuel was hungry and you got him a little granola bar. That was very kind and loving of you. And you tell the children that throughout the day there are lots of great things happening in this classroom. We'll use classroom as the setting. And you say, really, my gosh, let's start to really shine the spotlight on all of those really kind things that we're doing for one another, all of those great, smart choices that we're making. And you can put the children in groups. You can assign a captain who is the writer down of all these behaviors. But just in like a matter of minutes, you have all the children kind of look around the classroom and notice kind, smart choices, pro social behaviors that are going on around you. Then you say, okay, this is what we're going to do. In order to fill our pond with all sorts of great choices, we are going to notice for the next few days all of the great behaviors that happen around us. And when we notice those behaviors, we're going to write them up on the pond. Okay, so you have them for several days. Just begin to notice pro-social behaviors. And what you don't have to identify who did it. It doesn't have to be Roberta did this, Sally did this, Jeremiah did this. You just want the behavior. So it's everything from um, was quiet when the teacher did her clapping sound or her quiet cue. Um, Waited for the teacher before they opened their books. Um, Pulled out their homework in order to do their work during their first 15-minute quiet work time, walked quietly to the carpet for music time, whatever it is. You just identify all of these behaviors. And I just want to tell you something that's really cute. Sometimes the children, when they start to do this, they'll go up to a friend and they'll say, Jonathan, I'm going to go sharpen all of the pencils in the pencil can. Will you notice that so we can put it on the pond? So they'll start to collaborate with one another in order to be seen doing their good behaviors. And that's all fine. We want them to do that. Now, what you can do, now that you've got your behaviors, you know how we know that children, everybody, learns well when they demonstrate behaviors, they participate in behaviors, when they teach others behaviors. We all learn a lot better that way than just listening. So After you've got all the behaviors, you can print out the printable fish that you're going to get in the packet, or you can make your own, whatever you desire, and then you write the prosocial behaviors on different fish. And most classrooms honestly get like 100 behaviors in a matter of days. And make sure that the behaviors are distinct enough from one another, okay? Now you put the fish up in the pond and you tell the children, whenever you're feeling like you need a new thought, new word, new behavior, whenever you're not quite sure what a good choice could be in a specific situation, you may go to the pond in order to fish for a new behavior. All you've got to do is raise your hand or give me the secret signal that you're feeling like you need to go fish in the pond. And the thing is that you can even have sensory things on that pond. You can have, went and put the headphones on, asked for a fidget toy, pushed on his bouncy bands, all those sorts of things, wrapped himself in a blanket. I mean, you could have lots of like skills, calming strategies, all sorts of um, strategies that lead to prosocial behavior on that pond. And essentially that's what you do. You build this pond and then you say to the children, when you're feeling like when you're feeling like you want to do something different or you want to say something differently but it's just not coming to mind, that's okay, because now you've got a pond in which we all fish together. So that's one of the activities in Bloom Brain Smarts that you can do in the classroom.